Winter love, oh how you fade. In the chill, I'm feeling straight. Snowflakes fall like a parade, cold reminders of that day. Sidewalks hidden in white sheets, patterns of our lover's game.
Hi guys. You've probably seen pictures before this, but I want to show you the sky. You can see my face is kind of glowing orange or pink. But I want to get in the background behind me. We get these sunsets quite often, and sometimes they're just spectacular. It's busy with traffic though. You can see them. I suppose the camera kind of blows it out. Can you see the geese? Where are they? There they are. There's the Canadian geese. They're still here. They haven't gone south yet. But isn't that beautiful? It is so cold. It's chilly tonight. My hands are literally freezing. I think it's -6 right now. Most of the snow we got the other day is gone. Well, I can turn around so you can kind of see her a little bit. But isn't that gorgeous? Like, look at it. And it seems like every 5 to 10 seconds it gets darker and darker. I just in awe. You know, with all the stuff that's happening in the world right now, sometimes it's like, just look up. You can see the beauty. But yeah, I have my hat on. It's nice and warm. Oh, my hands are freezing. We might be inquiring about, well, we've been inquiring about that. We might buy it. Not sure yet. We have a thing for old campers. How many of my hats? Oh, you don't have many of my hats on. Do you have any of my hats on? The other day he had 3 or 2 of my hats I've knit on. But anyways, I'm gonna go warm up. My hands are freezing. I'll give you guys one more glimpse of the sky. She's starting to go down. Hello, my friends. Happy Sunday. Today is November, oh gosh, 16. You'd have to be, because I start my winter job tomorrow, which is, the start date was November 17th. So it is Sunday, November 16th. I'm Janice of Jan Dare Living Life. I live in Alberta, Canada with my 2 dogs, my husband, and 2 boys. I also have a daughter who lives south in Calgary with her fiance. Seeing me struggling here. Oops. On a project that I started last night. Let's see here, I got a knot. The other end, the black yarn, wants to play. I started doing some Christmas gifts. I think a week ago. I started the first one, yeah. Late in the year, but I really want to start being more progressive with that. So every year I can do crochet or knit gifts, or I guess anything else. It could be crafty. Because with times being hard, and can't just go spend thousands of dollars on Christmas gifts, but I can spend a lot of my time and my love on making a gift. So I'm working on something. My 3 kids and my son-in-law, well, future son-in-law, let's see here. So this is what I started last night. A scrappy blanket. It is 3 yarns held double. Black, blue, and blue. One's a Burnett Olympic. Never heard tell of that. The other one's just Burnett Super Value, and this is Burnett Super Value. These are what I got off Marketplace. A lady had, I think there was 10 different colored balls. Full balls for $20. Hot chocolate. I can't have much of it because it's such high sugar content. So it's quite watered down. It's not a thick, nice hot chocolate kind of flavor, but it still gives me the ambiance of something hot besides tea. And it's so good. It is so good. So anyways, yeah. I started this last night. 3 yarns held double with a 12mm crochet hook. I actually got this hook in Australia. Me and Bruce went back, back 10 years. We went to Australia. His daughter got married. And I didn't take anything with me when we went over there to crochet or knit. But his daughter took me to some really cool, what I would consider here a dollar store, but theirs was like way better. And I had gotten some of these plastic hooks. I don't think I've ever even used this, but I decided to go with the big one. This is the biggest hook that I own because this is a Christmas gift. And I want to be able to do it quick. Literally, each row, like this row right here, is 1.5 inches. So I was doing the math last night. I'm like, okay, if I do like 60 inches, how quick would it be? It's going to go through a lot of yarn. Like I noticed last night, I don't know if you can see it. I'm already starting to get the hole in the middle of that one. Oh, goodness. I'm thinking I might take maybe 9 balls of yarn because it's eaten the yarn, which I'm okay with because I still consider this a part, sorry Harley, of my stash down. Getting rid of yarn that I have that I already own. So this is Christmas gift number 1 that I'm doing, and I'm going to push hard for it to have it done. This is for my son. He's upstairs. I have 3 kids. So I have 2 boys and a daughter. And my daughter, I made her a crocheted blanket, oh gosh, maybe 7-8 years ago. If I can find a picture, I might be able to go on my Instagram account, which I don't use anymore, but my pictures is still on there. I might see a picture on there. If I can find a picture of it, I'll upload it right here. It was a chevron one done that I believe the Crochet Crowd Mikey had run. And then I did one, a blanket for my youngest. And I can get a picture of that one because he has it in his room. It was a corner to corner. I forget the yarn, but it was a yarn that I didn't have to keep at. I think it might have been Red Heart stripes or something. But my middle son, when I first started to learn to crochet, when we moved out here to Alberta, because I'm originally from New Brunswick, there was a meeting at a library where ladies would go knit and crochet. which I started because I needed to be around some people. I was homesick, lonesome from my mom. And, an older lady there named Leslie taught me. So she gave me a ball of red heart yarn. She gave me a crochet hook. And there was a pattern on the ball of yarn that was for a little blanket. And it had baubles. It had all different types of stitch patterns. And she worked me through it. But it was literally only about like this big and about this tall. It was just tiny. Unfortunately, I don't think that blanket is still around. Since then, me and my ex-husband have split up. So I don't know. I have to maybe ask my son. Maybe he knows where it's at. And it was so lopsided. Like one end was this wide, one end was this wide. But I gifted it to him. So he's never really had, a bigger blanket. And ideally, it's what I wanted all three of my kids to have, a blanket from me. So that's where this one's going to be. And I told myself I'm not going to make it long. I don't want it being huge because I want to be able to finish it. Well, it's literally the wingspan of my arms. It's a good size. But I'm thinking, and I'm wishful, that literally if I can do at least 3 to 4 rows a day, and get my other Christmas ones done and out of the way, I can just solely put my energy into this. I find what is time consuming for this is if I don't hold the crochet hook just right, it catches. It goes between the 3 strand of yarns, which last night when I started this, I almost said, okay, I'm done. I will just go buy the Bernette blanket yarn and I won't have to worry about these 3 strands, splitting as I'm going through them. But then I was like, no, I don't want to go buy more yarn. I want to consecutively just keep at this. Even though it's going to be a labor of love. But, so yeah, this is the first project that I'm doing. I don't even know how many I casted on. I don't know. I'm really not keeping count. Probably should. This blanket could end up like the first little tiny blanket I made him. A wide end and a short. It's all just double crochets because I want it to be the quickest. Well, last night I had done, I started with 4 strands together, and the blanket was so dense where I started to corner with 4 strands, and it was just, it wouldn't have been, I don't think it would, blah, 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 blah. I don't think it would have been a cozy. It would have been just stiff, and I want it more for him to have as a cozy. But isn't it pretty? I like how when you put the colors together, it does that. I will use up until all 3 of these yarns are gone, and then I will pick up the next 3 balls and continue on. I like it to be at least 5 feet, although I'm pretty sure he's probably more like 5'9". It's going to be more of a cuddle blanket for him, but he'll have a blanket. Okay, so that's the first Christmas gift I have started. The actual very, very, very first one that I have started, I started a week ago. It's a bit dark. I don't know if this little light will help. Can you guys see it? I know, it's dark. Let's see here. Okay. It is the Granny Checkered Slippers, which is a vintage pattern from many years ago. If you have a tea or coffee, time to take a sip, or a juice. Nettie, out of the kitchen. Go lay down. Go lay down. Sorry about that. We don't let her in the kitchen. It's just best for her not to be in there. I'm not going into reasonings. We don't let her in the kitchen. But anyways, this is the other Christmas gift that I've got going. I think the back is extremely cool as much as the front. I'm not going to say much more about this other than this is the other one. Oh, I've made this pattern before, but it's been a long time. I have a pair from my mom that I wear. She made me a pair when she was here in Alberta. I'm going to put a picture here of the YouTube channel where I watched her tutorial just to get the hang of how to do it again. What a lovely tutorial. Oh my goodness. She was fantastic. I loved following her and listening to her. But it's called Beginner's Luck Craft. I'm going to put a picture here, and I'm going to try to remember if I can to put like the link. Probably in the comments is where I'll put the link for her channel so you can go see it if you're interested in knitting. I think it's pretty beginner myself. It looks hard when you first kind of think about it, but it's not. I get the hang of it. I am right now an inch away from doing the decrease for the toe, so I will have this one done today. And my goal is to have, I'm just using leftover, I don't even know what these are. I'm going to presume this one, the purple, feels like brunette, and so does the black. This was given to me a while ago, so another part of getting rid of my stash. And excuse me, I cast it on 60. It's all just plain knitting. The only thing that at the ends, you make sure you wrap your 2 yarns because it pulls, I don't know if you can see, it kind of pulls the ends in a little bit. And you just keep crossing from one color to the other. The other way you can do this, they have them, is instead of the checkers, you can have just a straight 2 colors. And it's the same idea, which I had started out doing, then I realized why. Like, there's no really much difference from doing the checkered, because the only difference is after you get as many rows as you want of this, you just start with the other alternating color on the next section. Which I did notice I have a bit of a mistake right there. I did it on the wrong side. I'm leaving it. It was meant to be there. It's my little unique oopsie. But this is the other Christmas gift that I have started, which I will have this one done today. And I'm going to cast the other one on. And I find with this, when I get in a groove, when my mind, with having ADHD and all this brain fog I've been going through, I get in the hole. It's going to take a while. And then, I was getting a bit discouraged with it. And I had to take a little bit of a break from YouTube as well. I don't know how to put this. Maybe some of you guys understand. I felt too influenced, over-influenced. And I get that's kind of what YouTube is. Most of these apps are, is you go on and you hope to influence maybe somebody, or you're just sharing what you're doing. But I just felt over-influenced. And kind of like, that's not good, I hear sirens. Kind of like when you think about commercials, or like right now, Christmas stuff here has been out for the last 3 weeks. I think Christmas was coming up beginning of October. Halloween stuff was showing up in June. So, and that's kind of like influencing. It's like kind of like that pressure, like buy now. And that's kind of how I was feeling a little bit about YouTube. I'm sure not, some will probably understand what I'm trying to say, where it's just, I guess, I've seen comments before on Reddit, even on here, where some people feel like, how someone can say, oh, they knit a sweater in 4 days, and it can overwhelm somebody. Think, okay, how? That's not kind of what I'm talking about. It's just, I felt over influenced, and it's mainly channels that have like 500,000, 600,000, And I don't know, I kind of felt a little bit we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. So I took a bit of a break. I still been taking a little bit. I haven't been on as much, which I think is good because I needed a bit of less screen time. I think I was on a little bit too much screen time. But anyways, enough about that. Let's go back to Christmas makes. This is the other one, which I'm excited about. It's actually quite a fun little knit when you get the hang of it and you get going past the first row of cast on. The other thing that I'm making, I don't have the yarn for. I will be buying yarn for this pattern. I need Lion Brand Hue and Me. Yeah. This is really hard because I know that, I have one of my kids watches my videos, and I'm just going to say that I've got to pick up yarn. It's called Hue and Me, Lion Brand, and Michaels, which the other day we went to City, I forgot to get on the way home. So it'll be a next weekend thing, hence why I'm pushing to get this one done. The slipper's done before next weekend, so when I go pick up the yarn, I can start that one for my other child. I gotta stop talking. So my other child, I haven't decided yet. I do not know what to make them. I don't. Last year I made him an extensive origami character from one of the games he plays. Probably one of my most extensive patterns that I've ever done. There was a lot to it. So I don't know what I'm doing for him this year. I haven't decided yet. I thought maybe some scrunchies because he loves scrunchies. Yeah, I don't know. But that's the start for the Christmas gifts. There's the slippers that I'm doing. There's the blanket. There's the other project I'm doing, which I'm just going to put here. It's being made with Lion's Brand Hue and Me. I probably won't even show much progress. See, this is where I'm realizing I'm going to have to maybe do a video like after Christmas. I don't know. I have to figure that out because she watches these. I have to just tell her you can't watch my YouTube videos until after Christmas. But the other thing I wanted to show you guys that I have started, the inspiration come from Jenny. She had shared the pattern that she was going to make it too. It's called the Homegirl Sweater by Megan Shimus. I don't know how you say her last name. There's going to be a picture here of it. I have the front almost done. I would have had this front done if I hadn't started Christmas gifts. Because I'm about, I think, 16 rows from finishing the front. So this side is done. The V-neck is done. And as you can tell, I don't have much more of this side. Which, if I had have not started with this, I would have had this done. So this is on a bit of a hiatus, which is really hard because I keep one of those carts you can get from, I think, IKEA, Michaels, Walmart, the little 3-tier carts with wheels by my side of my bed. And it's been on the top shelf. So it's been hard not to work on this. But look at that stitch definition. Literally all this is you half double crochet in the front post, and then the next stitch you go half double crochet in the back post, back and forth the whole way across. And I love this construction. I've often wondered, how do they get the V's? I mean, I know some crocheted or knit patterns, they go all the way up to here and then they'll do half up here and then pick up and do the other half. This one, you start from this edge. the side of your body, and you crochet all the way over, and then she has you decrease. Isn't that beautiful? And then you increase all the way up to finish across your shoulder. So yes, this is where I'm at on this. And I'm finally using Loops and Thread Luxe Merino. I have shown this before, probably almost a year ago. Bruce had bought me this yarn. Isn't this going to be nice when it's done? I just like the way it's already starting to sit. Oh, I'm excited. Bruce bought me this yarn for my birthday last year in December. And I bought it for a pattern. I was going to do a crochet pattern that had the color work in the chest. Started it and it didn't lay right. I frogged it, restarted it. It still did not lay right around the yoke. So I just frogged it, and this yarn's been sitting since then. Since, well, I would say January, February of this year, the yarn's been sitting, so it's getting used. I can't wait. I've already used one whole ball of this. I still have this one, which is, I would say, half gone, and 3 more. But I'm positive I'm going to have to grab one more ball. Because I know the pattern, if I go by the yardage, it would be 6, and I only have 5 of these. But I do have a 5th one of this, but it's just burgundy. This is tweed. Yeah, see it? Which is my favorite. I think tweed is my favorite of all. I love tweed. I love it. I love the rustic. Does this have a name? Oh, they just have a color. It's color code WM/20. If that's what that actually is. You guys can see it. Probably not. My phone's not going to focus it. Oh, I wish they... Oh, it's called Chalk Blue Tweed. Never mind. So, Chalk Blue Tweed. Let's see if I can get this to focus for you guys. Nope. There we go. Maybe. Or is that upside down? I don't know. Sorry. But I love it. Oh, I can't wait to get back at this. So you do a front piece, do a back piece, do your sleeves, and I think the construction thing that I kind of questioned at first is you do your ribbing separate and you sew it on for the front and back, and then you also do your ribbing separate, I do believe, for the sleeves. But it calls for a medium, the pattern is for a light 3. You can go on our blog. It's free pattern on there. But yeah, I can't wait to get back at it. Oof. I just want to get back at it. So, this is what I have been working on before I started the other 2 things, the slippers, was this sweater. Every night. I enjoyed it. And the other thing I did was I did 3 more of these squares for my little blanket. I'm still working on these. I did one the other day at the hospital with my son, my middle son. He's been not really well. And then I started this one. This one I'm winging it. I've got to the point where I'm not even following a pattern anymore. I just know I'm casting on the same amount as the other ones and crocheting them up. Actually, both of my 2 older kids have been having a little bit of health issues. But they're strong. They're strong and they're going to be good. They're going to be okay. So yeah, I think that's it. That I really only had to share today. I've pretty much been just working on that sweater. And today I'm going to finish the slipper, cast the next one on, and really push to get, I would like to get at least about 5 or 6 more rows on this blanket done, which will give me probably close to 12 inches a foot, because I start work tomorrow for my winter job, and on top of that, 2 days a week I also in the evenings go and clean a sail barn. So any free time, that's what I'll be doing. One more thing before I go. There was a kids market here in town yesterday. They just started, I think, a year ago, where I think it's ages, I think maybe 6 to 17. Kids can go sell their own homemade things, handmade things. I would say 90% of it's handmade, some of it's not. But there was this table where this little girl had a bunch of crocheted stuff and little hand sewed things. Anyways, I come across crocheted stuff and I picked this up. Isn't it adorable? And it says, "Life is hard, but my darling, you are strong too." And I got this for a gift for somebody to send and give to them, who I think would also like the message that's on there. Beautifully crocheted, soft. I'm not even sure what kind of yarn they used, but oh my goodness, it's so soft. It looks probably like a DK weight, like a light DK weight. So, yeah. I like to sometimes when we go out at these little markets, I will support people crocheting or knitting. Because sometimes maybe I don't want to make it. Like maybe I don't want to, you know, knit the hat or crochet the hat. And if somebody has a nice hat that's knit and crochet knitted, I'll buy it. Support, right? Okay, that is pretty much it. I don't have anything else to show. It's what I've been doing. This last week, really, the last 4 or 5 days has been this. I took a couple days break. Or I didn't do any knitting and crocheting, and it felt great as well. Didn't stop thinking about it. I'll take days where I take breaks. And then my mind goes like nonstop about it. I'm like, okay, I need to go back. I need to go back to it. I am going to be taking some yarn for my squares to work with me, because I will be having an hour-long break. And I figure, why not, you know, because I can do one of these. I don't know if I can do one in an hour. I might. Yeah. I haven't weaved in the ends yet. But I love the pile. Look at it. It's like a big squishy. I think I'm sitting at, I think I counted yesterday, 19 or 20. I may have 20 with this last blue one that I'm doing. But I'm going to be taking a ball of yarn and a hook with me to work in my lunch bag, so that when I have my hour breaks, it doesn't take me an hour to eat. I would rather crochet than sit on my cell phone and scroll, less screen time. But that is my goal. So while I'm on my hour break, I can just sit and crochet. Get more progress done. Help the time go by. Yeah, so I have like an hour break and then like 2 15s. But I hope you guys are all doing good. And have you guys put up any Christmas decorations yet? I'll put a little video here on top of where I'm at, like an overlay, to show you guys literally all I have out. I realized that this year we had to throw our Christmas tree away because while it was in storage, mice got at it. And I just had this ultimate fear of taking the Christmas tree out and opening it and a bunch of mice poop flying everywhere. And then my husband noticed that they had chewed some parts of the electrical cord because it came with lights already on it. So we need to get a new Christmas tree. Just a little one, I guess. And yeah. So I'll put a little video here. So there you go. I love nutcrackers. I've had those 2 bigger nutcrackers for a very, very, very long time. And the little tiny nutcracker I got at a lodge where they have like the older people stay. And they had this little, they call it a jamboree. Is that what they call it? No, a bazaar. A bazaar, not a jamboree. And it was, I think, 50 cents or $1. So I thought I'd add it to my other 2 big ones. And yeah, so I don't have a whack of decorations. But the few things I do have throughout the week, I'll be scattering them up. Trying to get a bit of that Christmas spirit. Me and Bruce went for a drive last night around town, and the Christmas lights are starting to come out. Oh, I love it. I love it. There's just something about seeing the Christmas lights. We have part of our deck out front has a string of them on it, the red and white ones. Whew, I'm starting to have a hot flash. I'm getting hot. It's hot chocolate. All this hand exercise I'm doing. But anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well. And feeling well. I am going to let you guys go here. Finish across this row. I need to relax. Like, I just felt that tense feeling. Like, maybe I don't realize it. Or maybe you guys seen it on the video. Like, did it look like I was just sitting in tense? I just find with this many strands of yarn, it keeps catching. And I just want to I don't know, not be so freaking tense. I think I try to get myself into a rush. And my body hurts afterwards. Okay. All right. Enough jibber jabber for this video. I'm going to go back, keep working on this. I want to, like I said, get a few more rows done today. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not bad for 5 rows. And finish the slipper. But I'm still hooking. I'm still knitting. I'm still being crafty. Yeah. Other than that, there's not much else. So you guys take care. Until next time. Bye-bye.